This
years.
call is being recorded.
She's a mom, a glam mom, an author, a co-author, has mentored tens of thousands in over 46 countries. She's so humble. She's so giving. She is our visionary, our CEO, my friend, Melissa Boston Atoyebi. Melissa, you out there?
Hey, Kathy, I am here. As you can see, I've lost my voice, but we are so excited. This weekend was so epic. We're going to really open the call and bring up all the leaders, really, who were there. But you know how these things go. I mean, we were at the Black Women's Expo. Oh, my goodness. Super impactful, super powerful. Last night we had a little soiree. We had a VIP Lux Spa after party. So I know some of our group, really didn't get home till 3 in the morning. So, but it was so powerful because we decided to do the after party because it was next to the venue. And thank you, Mooney, for pushing us to say, hey, let's do something this weekend. And we did. We made it happen. And so what I want to do for the leaders that were there with us, I just think it's so powerful when you hear the reason why we need to do these type of events to get the brand out there. It's super critical, but it's also important because we see new leaders start to emerge. It's a way to build confidence with the team. I saw people who, maybe you don't always hear from, and maybe they're not always the ones who maybe at Ruby or Emerald, but they were there working their business, connecting with new people, making sales, making friends, and it was just so absolutely amazing. And so what I want to do, because we do have a few of our leaders on the call, I definitely want to take some time to highlight them because they were really the reason why this was such a success. And so let's do that first. And I do want to go through some CV numbers, but I know Mooney, Tracy, Terry, Ernestine, Audrey, Abana, right? So many leaders, Reba Dabney, Anthony Morris. I mean, we showed up, we showed out, and you guys helped make it happen. Black Women's Expo, hey, it's officially over here in Chicago, but I know they're on the move, and some of you will be plugging into the expo from across the country. So who on our leadership group that was a part of the expo is on the line who wants to check in and just share your perspective?
Y'all just hit star.
Okay, this is Terry Anderson. Can you hear me?
Terry, we can hear you.
Okay, good morning, everybody. I mean, Melissa, it was awesome. It was epic. It was busy. It was amazing. I mean, every positive, upgraded adjective you can find it was there. It was such an amazing time. What I love about vending is that people are coming to look for something, spend money or look for something. And I tell you, we educated that community. When I tell you we educated them, we did. And people were so hungry for this information. I mean, they were excited. They received it. I mean, I had a couple of people that thanked me. I mean, what we're doing, we are definitely on the right track. And they just, we talked to them about it, that if you looked into their faces, they just looked puzzled. They were amazed that they had control of their health in their hands, but they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to do it. And so I just feel so excited about being a part of this mission. And let me just say this, if you're ever going to be make sure you have on comfortable shoes and comfortable clothes, because, sometimes vending is long hours, but it's what we're doing. We're on the right track. We have to stay on track, and we have to continue to move this message because no one else is telling people about this information. And so we were able to help so many people yesterday and sell so many products. And so, I'm just totally elated. And I just want to say, God bless us and God bless you, Melissa. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Wow, Terry. And it's amazing because, it's great to go to these events with people like Terry, who's got so much experience. And as I watched and observed Terry was a master at really going and connecting with the right type of people, bringing them back to the booth. That was just an art, Terry. And it was great that you were there with other people who might not have vended before, where they can actually learn and everybody learn from each other. So thank you, Terry, for all that you did to really help take this to a whole nother level. And one of the things we also learned is that when you do an event, and let's say there's a consignment aspect to it, because we do want to duplicate this business model across the country. We also learned that each one of you can actually, from your phone, take credit card payments that go directly to the Akane account. So it really helps our admin feature go to the next level. You know, one of the things that made this super successful was the fact that we were able to take payments. You know, a lot of times we do Zelle, which works, and people are always trying to accommodate that. You know, we do Cash App, we do cash. But this time we were able to have, I think it was 4 of us, where our phones were there. When people had their credit cards, they were able to tap. And the cool part about it, from your perspective, especially when it's consignment, you have multiple people there working. It's always great when the records are clean, because everything goes straight to the main account. It allows us to do all the auditing and quickly put those numbers in your back office. And so it just took vending to a whole nother level. I just feel that now when it relates to consignments, we have a system that's going to help you win across the country. Because when you can do what we've done, do an event where you literally have thousands of dollars of sales, right? You have dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of orders of people who are buying product right there on the spot. I mean, that's going to boost the confidence of every single person, not only in your business, but in your ability to go out there and make new customers. Because sometimes we see people struggling for their 3 customers a month. And some of you are going to walk out of this event, again, with individually having so many customers. And that's so special. So thank you, Terry, for being the diamond leader you are. Just appreciate you so much. And what I want to do now is just open it up and allow any other of our leaders to go ahead and share their perspective, their excitement of what happened this weekend. And star guys, and I know, again, we had an after party and most of them were there. And one of the things I will say, as we're going to wait to see who else wants to jump in, Anthony right now is with Gerald, and they are finishing up our transition of our energy center. So Anthony, I'm sure you're listening in, maybe won't have time to give a shout out, but I will say that one of the great things too about this business is connecting with people in a way that is not just
Melissa,
a transaction.
When you
Oh,
finish.
wonderful.
This is Tracy.
Oh, wonderful. But we can connect with them in a way that we form new relationships, new alliances, and to see so many powerful people ring the bell at our office after the event was over, come upstairs, experience our energy. They had a chance to get complimentary tips-only massages. We had some salmon and salads. We had some lemonade and water and all kind of awesome, just experiences together. And Tracy, I know you were just such a rock star also this weekend. Watching, again, our Diamonds was awesome. Tracy's one of our Ruby leaders, and she, again, that typical classic, hunter, warrior. No one walked past our booth without hearing the words, "Do you know your blood type? Do you know your blood type?" Tracy, you set the tone for that. And again, when you build these vintage events, you're going to build them with people and have different roles, and it's going to be so successful. So Tracy, just share your experience of this weekend.
So good morning, everyone. We had really I'll say goal-setting experience, because we are doing something that is so simple and so duplicatable, and we're asking one question that opens up a world of opportunity to us. Like Terry said, it is hard work. It takes you being prepared and dedicated and focused on really doing what you came to do at that event. And what we wanted to do was to expose more of our people to understanding why it was important to know your blood type. Because like she said earlier, it puzzled them. They never thought of it. It's just things that don't come across their minds as being important, but at this event, it was very important to a lot of people. So it was really worth the time that we put into it and all the people that was dedicated on the team. And I think that the people really got the message, and I think the team was encouraged even the more to keep pushing. So I thank God for the opportunity. I had some people on my team that had never done it before, and they just saw how simple it could be. And that's all due to how it was put together and by the CEO and how things were just made super simple. And it just made life easier for doing our business. So that's what I got from it and took away from it. A lot of people were really educated, and that was the goal. Back to you, Melissa.
Thank you, Tracy. Appreciate you. And yes, it was so great to see two of your teammates there, which is Duplication Nation. And I can see you now doing vendor shows with your group across the country and going diamond, because we know that August is, many of you are diamond month. Some of you will be going 2 diamonds, and this 2-star diamonds, 3-star diamonds and beyond. And this is the time. This is where your 90-day run starts. And what a way to start your 90 days, guys. What a way to kick off August with these amazing sales for your team. Many of you are going to have your CV done for the month of August, which is epic. And speaking of August, we do have an amnesty because some of you are working to get your CV numbers to 500, and we need to help you backdate whatever happened over the weekend. So just know we're going to be doing amnesty that closes out today. So that means any order that has hit the system between Friday and today, you can reach out to customer service, send an email, and go ahead and get those orders backdated, and that would be awesome. And that way we can have you on our CV count. I will name the people who are already on the list, okay? But again, that doesn't include any of the activities that happened this weekend. And I know many of you have been pushing. I know, and I can't wait to share the final numbers to see where everybody ended up. So anyone else who's made it on the line that wants to go ahead and hit star, unmute, and share your experience.
They clean.
They clean, Dr. Betty. Love it. You were such a rock star. Everybody, I mean, Dr. Betty's legendary, first of all, and no one can believe your age, okay? So you're like one of our secret weapons, girl. We appreciate you so much. They clean, go ahead and tell them your experience.
Okay, so I just really have to co-sign everything that Terry said, and as well as Tracy. It was heartwarming to see the number of people come by, and it was funny because some people would look and then you could see them trying to just kind of tip by, and we were so vigilant that we were on them like white on rice. And it was amazing to see that the number of people that just really didn't know anything about their blood type and the importance of it, and to be able to tag team each other was amazing, because as one was bringing them in, the other was explaining things. There were explanations about the product, about our company, about how they could utilize our product and engage with our company. And just like I think it was Terry that mentioned that, I mean, people were just so hungry and so grateful that we were sharing this information. I had a woman that was almost in tears and said God sent us to her on yesterday because what we're doing is life changing. So I look forward to the next several days on into the end of the year, because I think it sparked a new interest, a new excitement with myself as well as others. So come on, team, let's go.
Awesome. Yes, new excitement, new energy. I know this weekend, Terry and the group, you guys are doing the vegan event, which I know is going to be epic. And so having this formula, having the ability to have product, there are some new processes, guys. So for those of you who've been on the call we did for the leaders, that was great because we had a chance to hear how to vend from many perspectives. You saw corporate updates, but now the new items are in now. For instance, we had new t-shirts arrive. That was amazing. New postcards, and the postcards really are impactful, powerful. They arrived. We had the team have the ability to put their information on the back of them. They came Saturday, so we really didn't get a chance to really use them to the fullest until Sunday. But it just really makes a difference when you could put cards in people's hands. That really explains what it is we're trying to present. The new blood type kits. We're able to now offer the new process, guys, where we're not selling a blood type test, okay? We're going to remove the language of selling a blood type test, because when you really think about the blood type, they charge thousands of dollars when you go to the doctor because it's considered a lab. They're not utilizing that particular test. That test is marketed for educational purpose only. You're not able to use that test if you go out and get a blood transfusion, because they're going to have to test you according to what they allow to be tested at a hospital or a blood bank, okay? And so when you think about it, because we're offering this for educational purposes, what better way to offer it than include the education they need? And so when you look online, you can actually see the new kit. So go under the live event section and you're going to see this new blood type kit display. You're going to see the outer packaging. You're going to see what's in there. We even include the gloves because we know many people are going to have other people do this for them when they buy it at home. We now include a special card that explains the foods that you should eat based on your blood type, and there's a QR code that they can download. And so what we are doing is offering those items for $30. And when they purchase that test is actually included for educational purposes, absolutely free. Now, the test has to be included only with that kit. We're not just giving them out free, but it allows you to really put yourself in a position to have a product that truly makes impact. Think about it. Yeah, people can go on Amazon and get the same type of card for educational purposes, and that's all they get. They don't get someone live at a vendor show that's able to do that test. Doing that test alone is value. You're spending time, you're spending energy, and no one is coming home with them from Amazon to do that. So that's value in and of itself that's worth beyond $30. But when you're talking about a digital download that's going to give them access to blood type A, B, AB, and O, all of that for $30, plus this new card that outlines food for each blood type, that's called Game Over, and it really allows you to be competitive with this kit and take your income, take your business to the next level. Obviously, that was our number one selling product all weekend, but because of that product, it then led to other sales, whether it was hemp Govi, bitters, coffee, the 7-day cleanse, the blood type charts, okay? And so all of this is important for you to know and understand before you do your next event. And so with that being said, let's connect. Let's see who's out there.
Hi,
Yes.
Melissa. Oh,
Hi, that's Reba. Who is that?
One is
Valerie.
Margaret, one is somebody else.
Valerie. One is Valerie.
Oh, Valerie. Hey, Valerie.
Hi. Look, I was there this weekend with Dr. Yakima Palmer, had a speaking event there. And when I say it was so amazing, because me just standing in line with my ticket, because, you know, she was VIP because she had a speaking event, but just me standing in line, and I had on my A-licious T-shirt with, do you know your blood type? And people standing behind me, I can hear their conversation. So I pulled out my postcards and started explaining in line while we in line. And that's the way I started coming in. And they were so amazed. And like you all say, someone say hungry. Oh, it was really amazing. We didn't get a chance to get down there to the kind of booth at 2:30 at the 231 because there was so many people
at the area where Dr. Kima was speaking. It was so much going on there. We had WVON on that end. So just talking to them people and educating them, even the young folks wanted that information in my postcard. So like she was saying, they want this, and I think this is great, and we're making a great impact, and it was just awesome. And Dr. Yakima, her speaking event was just off the chain. Them 4 women panelists, they set the tone, and it was great.
Wow, that is amazing. Great job, Valerie, representing. And that's the thing about the event, guys. So many people come, but they come for different purposes. Not everybody's coming to the vendor area. Some people are coming for the classes. Some people are coming for the performers. But again, at the end of the day, when you get out there and connect, you can make things happen. Someone else was trying to speak. Was that you, Margaret? Yeah. Hey, Margaret Darcy.
Hey, I was trying to keep up with you guys on Facebook, and I'm happy to hear about Yakima's speaking too. For years, we have done stuff with the Women's Black Expo back in the day, and just to hear the experience that people are currently having with that process. This is what we do, guys. This is network marketing. This is marketing. This is how you learn it. This is how it goes. I am so excited and pleased to hear all of the aspects that people are experiencing. And one of the things that we learned about Chicago is conservative, people. Like when y'all went to Atlanta, it was an old open heart, open hands, everybody was ready. In Chicago, they be running from you. And that's what, they come, but they're very conservative and they're leery of stuff. You guys broke through. And what it is going to be the repetition that makes it happen. We used to do the African Festival with our meal replacement shake, and we did it for 5 years in a row. So people started coming looking for us during that event because they are open events. And so you put your mark. This is, I think, the second time that Wakana vended at the Black Women's Expo. That's what we want to do. We want to have people looking for us. And so next week when Terry and them are at the Vegan Fest, people are going to be looking for the Akana booth. So congratulations to all of us. Keep it going. We are on the mark.
Wow. And that's a great perspective too, guys. I mean, you hear what Margaret said, and that's why it's important that we stayed on focus to keep finding and perfecting that message. And you were a big part of us perfecting that message, keeping it simple. And you're right. Not everyone even made it to the vending area, right? While there may be over 10,000 plus people at the venue period, maybe there's a few thousand that come through the vendor shows, right? Because again, some people don't want to buy. They're just there to look. They're there to browse. Some people are coming to buy. But at the end of the day, we broke through because we did notice some vendors really didn't have hardly any activity, and some vendors were very busy, and we were one of them. And we were so blessed to see crowds sometimes around our table. And that was just, again, a gift from God because we are in the hands of God, okay? And we are just so grateful and thankful that our mission, our vision is all coming together, and we are truly on our way. Anyone else want to step in and say anything?
Day Queen, this is go ahead.
I heard Ernestine and I heard somebody else out there.
Cherie, go Queen, ahead. This is okay, real quick. So I was there for Saturday. It was super duper amazing. I went live, and from the live, some people said that they saw me and they were coming, but that made them more intentional about coming to see what we were up to. And I met a lady, Sharon. She was very attentive, and then she went and got 2 of her friends, and she said, now tell them what you just told me, because they were all positive. So it was amazing, the connections. I got a lot of leads, brought a lot of people to the table, and Tracy was so amazing, so I followed her lead. So, we were just, I've done vending events before, but this one was just on a whole nother level. But just seeing all the excitement, the smiles, we were standing the whole time. We may have sat down maybe for 30 minutes to kind of eat and catch our breath. But it was definitely an amazing event. Working with the ladies that I worked with, Anthony was phenomenal doing the blood test, and just seeing people who never knew that blood test their blood type, finding that out, or they thought they knew and it was something else, and they just had a lot of questions, and they were very open and receptive to what we were giving them and educating them on, because people just don't know. So it was amazing. I couldn't make it yesterday, but I was there Saturday and got a lot of connections. So we're just going to keep the momentum going.
Awesome. Yes, yes, and yes. Thank you so much. And we utilize you a lot too, Ernestine, in your postcard. Okay. She's on our postcard. So it's great when we show imaging of the success of what this products do. And guys, when you take care of yourself, you work out, you eat the right things. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And anyone else before we start to give our updates on where we're at with CVA? Hey, there he is. Hey.
Yeah, you know what? It's been popping up like popcorn, and I'm like, wow. Just hearing the perspectives of everybody who was there. Man, Melissa, I have some big takeaways, but I don't have much time. So to try to sum things up is that when you look at the expo I think we were blessed to get in a place with the potential of sharing with 30,000 people. Now, it wasn't exactly 30,000, but it was a really big deal. And I got a couple big takeaways. The main one was what I call the dream team, right? The dream team. Look that up if you don't know what the dream team actually represents. But everybody in America knows what the dream team is. And when you look at when you look at us coming together, Team Contagious, and then another from this team and this team, some of the top leaders in the company, and some that were brand new, like that needed to, like all of us had an experience of self-development, watching everybody of that dream team do their thing and learn from it. But what sticks out in my mind is Abena and Ariba Dabney, who were just constantly observing and learning. And then even myself, right, happened to be a chameleon even in a space where I might not have felt comfortable, right? But learning and gleaning on how to pass the baton to your teammate because they shoot the ball very well. Those are some of my biggest takeaways. And then when you look at how you set us up to be well displayed, there was no question in my mind when we arrived that we were going to slam it and be that team and be that company that was just going to stick out and hit certain numbers. I'm a numbers person. I think the after party was more of a mindset than anything. And let me say that. It was more of a mindset, a belief than anything. Because at the very last minute, it was planned, but there were so many people, when you look at who showed up yesterday, right, that were hungry even more for what we had. And when they walked in, and it was so elegant and so amazing. When they walked in, it was like, wow. And it was like overflow. It really was the definition of overflow. From every different level, yeah, we all were tired, but it was so fulfilling to see the dream team that showed up show out. It was really fulfilling. And for the guests, I know for sure, and I'm 100% certain, that for me, it wasn't about who I gave my individual card to, whether it was in the convention center or it was for Akana's brand is out there. And as we continue to go public, I think as we show up at this event, they're going to be looking for not one particular person. They're going to be looking for the brand. And to be able to sum it up that all of us who were part of the dream team will equally split the efforts of every single person, even down to what happened in the after party. That is just self-development, and that is a slam dunk all the way around. Everybody gets the same trophy. Man, Melissa, great job in making sure we have everything. You are the super CEO. You are the general manager of that team because of that dream team. Without you, man, and without the vision and being able to make it clear, make it plain, we wouldn't have it. So thank you. Love you. Me and my wife love you. The company loves you. Keep doing what you're doing. Back to you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Booty. And I'm telling you what, when you say dream team, that's exactly what it was. And I'm looking at you, all the things that you brought to the table. Guys, we need to take this show on the road, guys. Let's get it going because the dream team is here. And I want to see dream teams be created in Massachusetts, in Florida, all across the country, guys, because you can't do this alone. A lot of times I see leaders trying their best to do everything themselves, but it's so much fun when we can be there together because it made us all stronger. It made us all better. And I'm learning from you guys. And Mooney, again, you set the tone. The diamonds, again, always show up and show out. So awesome, awesome job. Thank you so much. And I'm thankful for you, Mooney, for saying, hey, let's go ahead and do an after party this weekend. And that really helped to bring more sales guys. Yeah, they were buying more product last night. More people were getting blood type kits. Some of them were buying pain cream and eucalyptus and tinctures because that they were able to get educated. I saw you, Mooney, sit there and educate all those people that came to the after party and help everybody on the team increase their sales by closing more deals. And so all of that together, guys, made this whole weekend super special, super epic, and we're just all so grateful. And so with that being said, I do have some numbers to share. And again, this is from not the weekend. This is just from what we saw as of last Thursday at midnight. We do have amnesty. So whatever you're doing today, anything you need backdated, if you want your results from this weekend backdated, hey guys, we can do all of that. Just reach out and let us know because we're going to be dividing up all those leads and all those sales equally to all the members of that dream team. And so super excited about that. So let's look at the numbers here. As I'm looking at numbers, I see at the bronze level at over 500 CV. Of course, we have Kenneth Elam, we have Tammy Texera, we have Ernestine Davis, we have Fatima Horn, we have Cherie Eppinger, Reba Dabney, Tracy Bolton, we have Terry Anderson. Guess what, guys? We have 3 people that are already over 1,000. And one of the exciting components is one of these ladies, she reached this number. You heard from them last week because she had a party. Mooney helped her with the party, and that resulted in over 1,000 CV. So she is a silver because of one party. We're playing small, y'all. We should all be hitting silver, having at least a couple parties a month. That is super awesome to hear her hit that. We also see Michael Newsom, right? He hit over 1,000 CV, hitting silver. And then we have Kathy Weatherby, over 1,000. Remember, last month was double on the points. And so instead of hitting 60 points, all the bronze are getting 100 points. Instead of getting 100 points, all of our silvers are getting 200 points. And I do know some of our silvers are going for gold because amnesty, again, is in effect until midnight tonight. So I want to see some gold, some more silvers. Let's get it done. Let's go out there, team, and show up and show out. And so with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up because our 2025 vision is clear. We say health, wealth, freedom, and legacy for everyone we touch, guys. I mean, we are moving forward. We are not looking back. I want each and every one of you to go out and have an Akana day. We have our rebound call, our hair call, our diamond factory, because we're going to see you at the top, the very top, the top.